Konbanwa, Kyoto Driving Paku no Invictus Race League no Daisen ni Yokoso. Good evening, welcome to round 1 for Invictus Racing League at Kyoto Driving Park here in Kyoto, Japan. I am the Zebra 94 for Racing Stripes TV, bringing you live coverage for round 1 of the Invictus Racing League GT3 series. It is all one make. There you see on the right hand side 10 drivers have shown up today. They're all racing in the AMG GT3 2016 vehicle. So qualifying is in full effect, 15 minutes, and we are going to start off by focusing on some top contenders, one of them being the man from Sweden, Scope Fielder, looking very strong in practice, and definitely going to be the top contender to beat as he is on his outlap. So let's just go through the field, see who is who, and check out the different teams' liveries. There's 4 different teams containing 4 drivers, so we're up to 16. See Mr. Stim getting loose through the Essence before the last turn, and let's see what time he's going to set. So at the 15-minute mark, we will be going through flagging. There's going to be 2 races here today, an endurance race, which will be the first race as Stim sets the first lap, 134.559. With this game, Master Skyzy. Looks like he's going to start his fast lap. But we're going to go up through the field, see where everyone's at. There you have Blue Jean. Scope Fielder, just mentioned before. Tejuar, he's for Team Blue. Ton Albanak for Team Orange. And Ton Albanak will be setting a fast time, but going straight into the pits. Gotta be careful when it comes to qualifying. When you do go back into the lobby, I believe it resets your time, so you gotta be careful about that. SJD, 2 tenths down in the silver team. Attach about 8 tenths down from SJD. Blue Jean, second. Then you have O. Steven, Scope Fielder, you have to set a time. Master Sky, Betrayer, Fez Myhead, and Todd Alback. And those are going to be the top drivers as we ride on board with Fez Myhead, looking back at Scope Fielder. It's like teammates working with each other. Hopefully we'll be able to hold up his teammate. You see just a better line that Scope Fielder gets those fast S's into the final corner. You see that telemetry at the bottom. And Scope Fielder's going to dive into the pits. He's going to abandon his lap as Fez runs 7th. That's what we just have. A little over 10 minutes ago, a little under 10 minutes ago, rather, excuse me. O. Steven as he goes around the last corner, going in 3rd gear. I've been seeing drivers that attack the last corner around 4th gear to really push it through, so 138 still did not improve as he does attacks the first corner fairly aggressive. You saw the rear end kind of slip out beneath him. So as you see, all this is available from steering assistance to stability management control to ABS to traction. So, but there is word that the steering assist and the stability will be going away next season. Remember, this is round 1, brand new season. Let's see who's on a lap here. So Blue Jean's in the wall. Don't believe damage is on, so that's good for them. Let's take a look at Betrayer. He said he was struggling a bit just trying to get a fast time, but looks like Mr. Skyzy, he will sit on top of the grid for the time being, but what about Betrayer? Will he be able to improve his time at 136? No, he will not. Across the line at 139. No good there, but what about Tejwar? Will he improve his time at 135? He will by 2/10, but he will stay in 4th position. SJD and Team Silver coming around the last corner. Really simple, and he's gonna bang his lap and go straight into the pits. So let's see, we got a couple more. We have Steven. Is he gonna improve his time? 137. He will not. So he's staying in 8th position. So no car really coming close. Looks like Fez set a best sector for himself. Just kind of going through, there's Mr. Sky, kind of ghosted it looks like. But he will give way to Stim, so good on him. Stim looking to sit on top of the podium, it looks like. Or podium, excuse me, the grid. There's about 7 minutes or so left in qualifying before we start the endurance race. 30-minute race followed by a 15-minute sprint race, which is in reverse grid order. Stim hugging the corner. He'd be able to improve on 134. Get that at least 133 and just shy. But he does improve a little under 2/10, and that will bring his time ever closer to pole position as Ozone has joined, so he'll be able to set a couple lap times, so we can see him. Welcome. See if SJD can improve his lap time. And he does not improve his time. In fact, he gets about 3 seconds slower. And pretty much we're just going to be... Oh, as Tejwar goes hard into the wall there. Kind of just looped it out of control, unfortunately. So, he's going to try to get it back around and waiting for another car to go through. Good on him. That's him through, so... see if we can get to these cars approaching the... There it is, Mr. Stim. Can he improve now that Scopefielder set time along with Connor Albadak? But it's going to be a no-go for that. Excuse me. Betrayer, can he improve his time? And we get into the high 134s. We'll see. He's going to cross the line, and he will not. Two cars side by side. You got Scopefielder going in as Blue Jean is going to, if I can choose him, there it is. He will improve his time. He will move up to P5, so get used to the controls. So please mind me, SJD. Can he improve his time? 1:34.277. That should be good enough for 4th place for the time being. We're within 5 minutes to go of qualifying. Oh, Steven. Remember, if you go back to the lobby, your time is erased. He's going to say 147. Ozone, his first time out on the track for Team Silver. Excuse me. And he's going to get ready to start his hot lap, so let's actually ride on board with Ozone. Running a little bit wide on the rumple strips. This is a very technical track, and looks like he, that's a very interesting line that he took. I would have taken something different. Most people have been shifting down in the second, but he took it third and kind of coasted through it. And that seemed to be rather fast. Now here's coming up. It's going to be a left, fast left, and a right, and followed by this weird chicane after a fast downhill section. And it's a very off-putting, very harsh though. You see, he just gets on the rumple strips, holds on to it. But if you nail that weird chicane just right, it does feel really good. We'll go home to the inside as much as possible, powering out then through the fast S's. You want to stay flat out through the first part, and you want to kind of coast and lift until you get out of that final right-hander and these S's. There you go, you just kind of have to throw it in, right, left, and then power out. And this last right-hander, you want to kind of do a little bit of a slow and fast out, kind of play with the throttle a bit, but once you find the apex, really power out and try to get as much as you can out of that corner. So let's see, what time is he going to set? It's looking really good. It's going to be a 135, 113. That's going to be good enough for 7th position. And we're coming up on the last couple of minutes. Mr. Stem, can he improve a 134? It's been eluding him. It's looking good. He gets a 133.93671 thousandths off Mr. Sky, but it's still setting him in a 4th place. Scope Fielder 1.2 seconds ahead. So definitely a league of his own as cars are slowing down, letting other cars through, trying to get one last good run in. With a fast lap, 132.721, absolutely insane. We'll be able to improve on that again. It's going to get a 132.716, improves by 5 1,000ths of a second. 5 thousandths of a second, right? Yeah, something like that. Just increases his gap even more. Well, we're coming down on about 30 seconds left to go. As Scope Fielder, I don't know if he's going to keep his time or not. He may lose pole position. We'll see. We have a gaggle of cars coming out of the last corner. That's going to be Tejwar. And it looks like he's going to hopefully not be able to do one more lap. But what about Ozone? Does not improve. Mr. Stem, he's going out again. Coming on the final corner. If you want to be fast, you don't want to fight with your car. You just kind of want to let the car do its thing. It's going to be a 133.955. Does not improve. And I think we're going to have the last couple of people be finishing up their laps here. Here's Betrayer. Can he improve his lap time? Yes, he does. 135.2 flat. And behind him would have been Mr. Sky, who did not improve his lap. Looks like we're getting, not seeing any word just yet. Beautiful orange, by the way. Love that. That's how Outback is going to go instead of 133. Yeah, okay, so he does keep the fast lap. So 133.383, about 5 or so tenths off of Scope Fielder. So expect Scope Fielder to really kind of pull away from the field here. As Ozone will be able to improve on his lap, get into the 134s. He's about a tenth away. It's going to be close, and he does by a good chunk. Little under 4/10 of a second. He does improve up to 7th, passing Betrayer. No, this is not my league on GT Sport, Hannibal Moore. I'm just someone has to commentate, so I'm commentating. This is Invictus Racing League. I believe Teshwar is going to be kind of like a race director here today. So he's giving people a little bit more time. We may be, yes, there it is, starting the final 9 seconds. And we will be going green flag racing for a good 30 minutes here around Kyoto Driving Park in Japan. So get ready for some heart-pounding action. There you see all the cars gridded up, 11 cars in general. Scopefielder, Ton, Mr. Sky, Mr. Stem, SJD, Teshwar, Blue Jean, Ozone, Betrayer, Fez Myhad, 3, 5 red lights, and we are underway. We see some jostling in the back. Going about 3 wide. Stem and Teshwar holding it together 3 wide around turn 1. That's very, very tight. And I can't check that, so that was, oh well. Missing Fist my head kind of falling back, but we're going to go back up to the front as Ton Almanac gets past Scopefielder, and we're getting some, that's Team Orange up there. They're kind of battling in Mr. Sky, Ton Almanac, and Scopefielder, all getting it. They're separating themselves from the pack, and it seems they're trying to figure themselves out. Teshwar leading Team Blue, trying to get as many punch as possible, but Team Orange looking very, very strong. I'm trying to get around Mr. Stem. Everyone has fanned out fairly well, but we're going to have this little battle. This is for second and third as Almanac. Oh, Mr. Sky rubbing this wall, just coming close right in front of Almanac and holding it as they go through the Class S's for the first time. Can't change the course map, that sucks. What can I do? What can I do? Switch keyboards. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to bring out the mechanics for this spectator mode. Yeah, we can't switch cameras. That's so dumb. Great battle here for 7th and 6th. That's going to be Stem and Blue Jean, 2 teammates, and the Shredders are behind them too. So Team Blue running 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So they are holding it well as far as a mid-pack team goes for sure. Team Orange is something that you definitely have to be a lookout for. Stem's got that line, but he's going to go into the grass, but he's going to hold on to it. It's going to slow down Betrayers. Betrayer gets around him. No contact has been made. But they go side by side up the hill. Well, we're going to go back up to, wow, we've got a lot of great battles going on here. We're going to actually go to this battle right here because they are 2 different teams kind of going at it. Ozone and Blue Jean. Getting a little bit loose there. Blue Jean kind of keeping a smoother line. See Blue Jean kind of starting outside and then going in, slowing fast out with tactics. There see Ozo defending the inside. Blue Jean getting a great run off the last corner, and Blue Jean might, it looks like he has the position. Brake calipers glowing red. That's how much brake pressure that they're putting on these cars. And Blue Jean getting the pass done. No DRS needed. Just straight driving power from these beautiful German engineered cars. So interesting that Master Sky, something has definitely happened to him. And now Teshwar standing on the bottom step of the podium with 26 main skill, and Blue Jean looking at pounce on the weakened Frenchman. I think Mr. Mr. Sky kind of gotten a better run out of that, but there you see third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all together as Tejwar looks like he got loose, and now he's fallen back to fifth place. Now sixth place has Never Miss is now moving up, keeping it very nice and clean, and Team Blue looks like they're starting to crumble. This game is very give or take as Blue Jean. He's going to go on the inside of the final corner, and he's going to get around his teammate, but he's going to go wide and pushing it a little bit too much, so it's going to be a drag race down. And here comes Betrayer. 3 cars of Team Blue as Betrayer's going to go on the inside. Is he going to try to make the double overtake? No, he doesn't. He plays it smart, and he lays off the throttle. As Schofield and Almanac are pulling ahead of the field. There you see it's so tight, this battle for 5th and 6th. Thanks Hannibal and thanks Sab. Yeah, Hannibal, if you want to learn more, there's Craig. He will definitely tell you more info. Like I said, I was kind of called up, and yeah. So we're actually going to go up here now. We're going to go see where this battle may or may not take place. See how hard those cars are pushing it. They're pushing it very hard. Ozone came in late, and now looks like he's just getting the hang of the track and the car. Looks like that Master Sky is kind of pulling away there, but this battle between 5th and 6th, Tejwar and Blue Jean, they're putting on one hell of a show. We're actually going to go back here even further. This is Steven and Fez, as Fez dives into the inside to take over 9th place, but kind of running wide. It's going to be a drag race into... would you call that part of chicane? I'm not entirely sure if you would or not, but Fez has scooted away from Steven, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that battle. But it's this right here with that 4th, 5th, and 6th, Never Miss, making some mistakes. Tejwar getting a little bit loose, which causes Blue Jean to get loose in the process of that good old dirty air. And that's caused Betrayer to kind of catch up and Never Miss to speed off into the Japanese sunset. This case is the land of the setting sun here tonight. Side by side, look at that Team Blue, beautiful tandem. They're keeping it close, but you know that they really want to chase for that podium. Tejwar leading the pack. Eugene going on the inside. He's got the better run. Betrayer got 2 cars to pull drafts from. Side by side, almost touching side panels there. But Tejwar's going to keep 5th position, but this only deteriorates them. They have to have that team conversation. Who's the faster guy that can get us more points? That can catch Never Miss, that can catch Mr. Sky instead of battling with each other. Yes, it is all fun racing with your lads, but goodness gracious, god damn it, Team Blue, make up your mind. Who's faster? Bit of team tactics here for sure. Everyone wants to get in their individual standings, but ultimately in the end, it's about the team. Going up here to 3rd and 4th, Never Miss, slowly catching up to Mr. Sky. looking back. Tejwar has dropped down to 7th position. And Betrayer has moved to 6th. But now look at that. Now that Blue Jean has got clean air. He's pushing hard. And we're about to see the first round of pit stops here very, very shortly. As Scopefielder is the first one in, along with Almanac, so everyone might be going in. We will see very, very shortly. Mr. Sky goes in. Ozone stays out. Blue Jean stays in. Goes in. Betrayer stays out. And looks like he was running on a bit of a lean mixture there, so he's going to have a handful of laps more than the rest of these guys. SJD stays out as well. And Scopefielder comes out already. Almanac coming out, so really no change in position as far as pit stops go. Everyone kind of comes out the way they intended to. Fez pulls out of the way, crashes hard, and kind of stopping. I wonder what happened with him. Kind of just there. Mr. Stim is out as well. He puts on the softs, and Fez has left the room. Don't know if that was rage quit or if something that's happened to him. But things definitely look different as far as this goes. But now we get to see Scopefielder carve through this field just in a league of his own. We expect Never Miss to go in, and Betrayer might stay out for. Looks like he can stay out for another lap or so, but Never Miss is gonna have to come in the pit. So. Some tactics, maybe some definite pit strategies going on. Don't know if it's team or if it's individual. Some Never Miss goes in. Betrayer's going to go in. We expect SJD to go in as well. Scopefielder's going to retake the lead by a margin. But actually, SJD stays out for another lap, and he's got the field to do so. So. Go. This is Mr. Sky. So again, Tejwar and Blue Jean, they're about ready to tangle back up again. Mr. Stim is behind them in the pits. Oh, that's not that's Betrayer. There's Mr. Stim. So Betrayer coming out, and we're going to see potentially Blue Team tripping over again each other, perhaps. We will see, but everyone with the exception of SJD has made their pit stop. And we have about 17 minutes to go. SJD trying to pull the one stop here. Very possible. Yeah. Wouldn't really risk it. I think he puts it in that field. He should be good to go. Not a problem. Really no other battles going on at the moment. With the exception of Blue Jean and Tejwar, and they're not really battling, they're kind of following each other at this point. So we're trying to keep an eye on 4th and 5th, which is, after SJD pits, it's really 3rd and 4th. Someone's off in the back. That's going to be Tejwar. Team Blue securing positions 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. I think they want more than that. Scopefielder setting the fast lap. I'm trying to see. Team Blue's got all their drivers. Orange has got 3 of their drivers, and Silver's got 2 of theirs, I believe. Sorry about jumping around. I'm trying to see who's on what team. It's the next closest thing that we have. This is for we're essentially 3rd and 4th. Master Sky starting 3rd. Ozone starting towards the back, but he has made his way up. Master Sky, not only the master in the air, he's a master on the circuit. Flashing lights, trying to distract, trying to make Never Miss look in his rearview mirrors. And now Master Sky throwing it into the fast Kyoto S's. And he's going to take over 4th place, which is going to be 3rd position. SJD is now going to go into the pits with half the time left. There it goes. Now, what is Never Miss going to do? He's trying to he's going to get in that trap, and he's going to make a late lunge on the inside. No, he's not. He's going to be playing it smart. But with all this battling going on, Blue Jean is slowly creeping up. Just ever so much. But let's go back here. Teshwar and Stem. It is a timed race, Gareth. There's the time remaining in the bottom right corner. We have about 14 minutes and 38 seconds. Now Teshwar pulling away from Mr. Stem. Don't know what happened there, but looks like Teshwar having a hard time wrangling with these soft tires. The tire model in this game is not very good. I will say that. Like me some Gran Turismo, but gotta work on the tire models. But this is more important than talk about tire models in a video game. Never Miss dropping down big time. Blue Jean swooping in. A little shoot the whoop swoop around that right hand corner before going to the Kyoto S's. Do a little bit of touching and rubbing there before going into the S's side by side. Who's gonna have the better line? Who's gonna let up? Looks like none of these. These guys have little tidbit that it's not gasoline that's powering these vehicles. It's the size of their man balls that is powering these AMG GT3s around this circuit. It's a very technical circuit, but unfortunately, oh, there goes Blue Jean. He's going to go hard into the wall, losing grip on those rumple strips, and that loses all momentum that he had. And I have been there, and it hurts big time. Oh my goodness. That hurts for Team Blue. Blue Jean was on the verge of potentially getting a bottom step on the podium, but no good. So with that, Mr. Sky, he is a lengthy bit away from Never Miss, 4 seconds. So the closest thing we have to the battle is Teshwar and Betrayer. Sitting in on the practice with Blue Team. Very great team camaraderie, kind of helping each other out throughout the track, telling them like where the braking points are, whether to coast or brake, so on and so forth. So that's really great. But man, when they get on the track, it's all gloves off. But they're from PlayStation Gaming League, and they got a reputation for racing hard but fair. But you can tell that none of them want to give up. It is the team orders are very clear, and that is race each other hard. There's my number 1 driver. He has raced to see who's the best on the team. Alright, so now we got a little bit of a lull in the period, I say, because it can change quite drastically. Let's take a look at the field as it stands with 11.5 minutes remaining. Scopefielder has been leading from the start. It's been a constant, about 133 or so, but sitting a fast on 132.93. That is just tenths slower than his qualifying time. That is absolutely unreal. And we go down to Albanak. Second place, 12 seconds down from Scope, but 8.5 seconds up from Mr. Sky, who sits in 3rd position. 5 seconds above Never Miss in 4th position. Then you have Betrayer in 5th. Tejwar's trying to catch up as Scopefielder. He's going to go into the pits. Now, here's the thing that's very interesting. This could very work out in SJD's favor. He waited. He's got enough fuel to make it to the end. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He can do the one stop, and it might pay off well for him. So Never Miss goes in. What I find interesting is that Scopefielder went full tank when I believe he didn't have to go that much. He only had to go about not even 10 laps, about 8 laps or so. Like 5 laps actually, so I'm confused as to why he did that. And that might actually hurt him. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at the fuel gauge. It's kind of like the bottom middle left of the speedometer there. So we'll see. So on Almanac, he's got some space that he can actually make it next lap if he so wants. Tire wear is going to be a big issue too. So Scope put on tires and a full tank of gas. Who's going to be the madman to go in and just get fuel and peel on out of there? Blue Jean, he's going to have to go in the pit. That is for sure. Tejwar pit as he kind of drifts around that corner. Very fitting to be here in Japan. Do a little bit of drifting. Why not? Mr. Stim with the faster car is going to go on the inside and he's going to overtake Steven, no problem. Try to catch up to Tejwar. I say no problem, but Steven's kind of giving him a bit of a trouble there. But Scopefielder, he's gonna reclaim the lead. Whatever, doubt it. Ton Almanac gets out. And the Betrayer filling up. Mr. Sky's out. But will Ozone overtake him? It's gonna be close. Oh no, it's not gonna be close. Consider 5 seconds close, then yes, no, it's close, but no can do. But SJD, this is interesting. 5th position, but he does have a penalty, 3 seconds of slowdown. Well, right behind him, Betrayer and Tejwar. And SJD score some good points. Team Silver is blue. They're all in each other. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's gonna be close. SJD's gonna have to watch out for his tires. And he's also got a 3-second slowdown penalty. He's gonna have to observe. He can spike it on the last second right before the finish line. But, or he might try to speed up ahead, but we'll see. It's going to be close. It's going to be close for him on field 2. And the top 4, it is not close at all, but it is close right here for sure. As Tejwar goes around Betrayer, saw that Tejwar was faster, decided to let him through. Not exactly saying the team principal would think made that order, but I think it was a consensus between the two drivers, a gentleman's handshake, if you will. Betrayer's like, yeah, going through, you're a lot faster, you can catch him, no problem. By far the best livery of the league for sure is Team Blue. All got the same base but different colored stripes. It's amazing. Absolutely love it. Got 6 minutes left to go. We're going to go up. Tejwar, he's got a 3-second penalty as well. it's going to be close. Teshwar is going to try to test it around the outside into the quick chicane. He gets it on the inside, and he's going to take over 5th position. Wow, that was ballsy. SJD, he's dropping back now. Dropping all the way down to 8th place as Team Blue, with the exception of Blue Jean, who was running extremely well earlier on, had an off and just completely lost his momentum. Now Teshwar, he's going to have to slowly bleed down his penalty. That was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. This car is going through the Kyoto S's. This is a fictional track that GT Sport made up, by the way. This track does not exist. And I'm just making up these turn names. The only section I have a name for is those quick S's from the Kyoto S's. So, under 5 minutes to go. Teshwar has some penalties that could very well hurt him, but not necessarily hit the team, as SJD has got some time as well that he needs to bleed off. He's going to let Stim take the inside, giving him plenty of room. And Ozone, he's falling back quite a bit now. He's losing some steam. He's much further ahead, but now Miss Stim is leading the blue train. All aboard, and SJD has fallen back as his strategy is not exactly played out for him. Blue Jean, he is actually slowly catching up, so it's going to be close. Teshwar and Betrayer doing a little bit of a cheeky battle going on. Basically in each other's wake. My question is can Blue Jean catch up to SJD in the closing minutes? That way, Blue Team can get a 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, but they may even get 4th in there, potentially, as Mr. Stim is slowly closing in. Very, very fast. A little over 3 minutes to go. So we have about 2 laps to go until time expires, plus 1 lap. Scope can really take his time. He's got miles of a lead. Mr. Stim is catching up on Never Miss now. It's gonna be close. Team Blue is pouncing. There you see also in the back before the right hand hairpin that Blue Jean is catching up to SJD, but we're gonna be focusing on this battle instead. More points are involved. Teshwar still holding in front of Betrayer, as we see there in the background. And there's some just coming just as the camera panned over, as Blue Jean now gets past SJD, and Mr. Stim goes wide, goes on the outside. Can he hold it? Yes, he does. Mr. Stim passing Never Miss for 4th position before going to the Kyoto S's. They need to keep this momentum up. Now, Mr. Stim, he needs to pull away. He needs to have Never Miss get out of his draft now, and I'll let Teshwar and Betrayer. Blue Team had some troubles before, but looks like they kind of figured things out. They probably started communicating with each other more, as it shows. And they're really the only team on track to really have that type of problem, as Orange Team is spread out very, very far, and that there's only 2 drivers from Silver Team on at the moment, so really Blue Team having to communicate a bit. But we're going to go back as Betrayer's got past Teshwar. Ozone going into the wall, so Betrayer and Teshwar getting passed around Ozone. But what about Blue Team? Can he catch up to them? It's very, very possible. Ozone could be dropping 4 positions in the last 4 minutes of the race, as we just have 1 more minute to go. And this will be the last lap of the race as Scopefielder goes around the final corner for the second to last time as white flag is in the air. Now this is important. Blue Jean, we missed it. God damn it, we missed it. But never miss, drops from 4th down to 8th position as Blue Jean gets in 7th position. So now Team Blue holding 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. I call that a team straight. For all you poker fans out there. But now, what's the team consensus now? Do we stay in this? Do we secure solid points for the team? Do we go out there and we just race? We race hard. We race like men. Well, we'll see. This is the last lap of the race. Oh, it's not like Project Cars, so when time runs out, we're across the line, that's it. So Blue Jean gets 6th position because of Tejwar's penalty, but it's still very much on for Stim Betrayer. Oh, forgot about that. So their race is done. Totally threw me for a loop. Completely forgot about that. But let's follow Scope Finder around, as he may actually lap a person and Stephen. But here comes Scope Fielder, and he is going to win Endurance Race Round 1 of Invictus Racing League by 21 seconds. Almanac going to be going around. He's going to cross the line in 2nd. No penalties pending him. And that's their skies. So Team Orange finishing 1, 2, 3. Podium lockout. And now Mr. Stem Betrayer. Gotta give props to Betrayer for sure. He was struggling during practice, but he's got the car figured out, ready for the sprint race. And thank you, Sab, for the subscription. Much appreciated. And wow, that was quick. But there you have it, by a mile, literally a mile. Fast lap, clean races. That's a 3-star race for Scope Fielder. So now we'll be taking a about 5 to 10 minute break, water break, restroom break. But we will be staying live, so come back in about 5 minutes or so and gear up for it's going to be a very chaotic sprint race. So we will see you then. So a little bit of pre-race predictions as we're about 5 minutes away from the 15-minute sprint race. It's going to be reverse grid based on previous results. So last place starts first, and first place starts last. So me personally, as a sim racer and also a part-time commentator nowadays, and I really like the aspect of reverse grid because it gives that chaoticness of a race that we all race fans, both sim racing and in real life, gives us that we yearn for. So it's always great to see reverse grid, especially in a sprint race, because you sometimes get the slower guys to hold up the faster guys. It is absolutely amazing to watch, and also frustrating if you happen to be the fast guy, but also nerve-wracking if you happen to be that slow guy, because you just know that one mistake and there goes your potential podium. So yeah, really fun stuff. So let's do some quick math here. With the teams, the two teams definitely is Team Blue and Team Orange. So Team Orange finished 1, 2, and 3, so they get almost a maximum. If they had a fourth member show up, they get, what is that, 105 team points, while Team Blue finished 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And they get 90 points. So already after race 1, a little bit of development going on in my own house as my cat is hissing at my roommate's dog. And as soon as we got nothing going on, I will I'll give you updates as it happens. My cat's ears are flat to her head, and the dog's not even paying attention to her. Yes, your move around the outside stem was absolutely amazing. T-minus 2 minutes for the sprint race to begin. I had to go crack open a Mountain Dew voltage to get me through the sprint race. That's going to be absolutely insane. Can't wait. Can't wait. Thanks, Foggy, for the subscription, man. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the stream. If you've been enjoying it, give me a like, even if it's like 1 or 2 likes. It really helps me out a lot. Just kind of gives me just an overall confident boost to know that people are enjoying, and an even bigger thing would be a subscription. That'd be pretty cool. But I mean, even just people talking during the race really makes me happy. So and Foggy, we'll hope to see you next week, man. And depending on what happens in my life, I may or may not be back. So we'll see. So Tejwar has started. Excuse me. Has started the final. Oh, I should probably spectate. Uh-oh. I didn't hit spectate. Oh shit. Is that right? Spectate. Okay, there it is. Oh my god. That was almost bad. Alright, here we go. Reverse grid. Steven started on the pole. 5 red lights and away we go! And I believe that was Nevermiss got a bad start, but here comes Tejwar. Now Team Blue gets to have a chance at running up in the top. They gotta figure stuff out quick. Nevermiss used quick, so he does have a shot at winning the race. But my thing is, Scope Finder's got to literally drive through a sea of blue. He's already got past Betrayer. Yeah, Scope Fielder's gonna have to drive through a sea of blue to even see a podium. And already Tejwar's feeling the pressure as is. And Nevermiss, he's pulling ahead. Blue Team is trying to catch up, but it is this big old, wow, what a gaggle of cars. As Team Blue bouncing off each other. That's going to be Tejwar and Stim. Stim definitely had a faster car towards the end of the race. Oh, but watch out. Oh, side by side. Scopefielder and Sky, they're going at it. Scopefielder's like, what are you doing, man? Oh, they're all over each other. 4 cars, 2 different teams, just absolutely battering, beating and banging off each other. Scopefielder getting ahead of Betrayer, though. That's Mr. Sky. He's going to try to top the team of Tejwar and Stim together as Blue Jin, he moves up to second as he's on his way to catch up to Nevermiss. There you see Stim throwing the defend. Oh, but here comes Mr. Sky. He's going to try to do a double overtake on the inside. It's very, very possible. Mr. Stim holding on the outside. No, it cannot be done as Mr. Sky gets past 2 members of Team Blue as he has his eyes set on Steven. But what about Scopefielder here in the back? Getting a little bit loose. Oh, but what about up here? It's Stim and Sky. They're going at it. Sky trying so hard to get back his 4th position, but it very well could happen as Steven, he's going to be the slower car. He started on pole position due to the reverse grid rule, but he is holding up Mr. Sky hard and gets a little bit of a bump and run from Mr. Sky as he's getting very, very impatient. He's saying, move out of the way, Slowpoke. I am much, much faster than you. Let me go through. But Steven, he moves down 2 positions as Mr. Stim moves up into 4th. And Albanak, he moves up to 6th. Scopefielder drops down to 7th. What's going on? Tejwar drops down to 8th. And Betrayer's all the way down in 10th. So, like I said, reverse grid chaos at its finest. But what about now? Sky catching up to Blue Team. What will Blue Team do? Sky constantly throwing on the lights. That's got to be illegal. Guess what? In racing, it isn't. It's a very smart tactic. If they're driving in the very bottom when they're on the ground view, that's when they have the rear view mirror and they can see the lights. But if not, it's pointless. It's just him pushing a button because he's bored. Stim trying to catch up, trying to get on the bottom step, trying to get some really good solid points for Team Blue. Go back down to here real quick, trying to keep an eye on everything that's going on. Albanak finished in 2nd. Catching up to Steven. I always say that to Steven. Anyway, catching up to Steven. Steven getting a little bit loose. Albanak, he's going to go around and Scopefielder's going to follow suit. But here we go, Stim and Sky. This also might be part of some team strategy as well, right? Sky forcing the defend from Mr. Stim, which will cause Blue Team to catch up. There you see Stim going all the way to the guardrail on the right-hand side. Oh, dude, a little, wow, unbelievable. Up Mr. Sky's rear end. practically like dogs getting to know each other. Oh, Stim just saving it, ever just. These rumble strips are dangerous. Miss Stim currently set the fast lap, 1:34.686, but expect that to be broken very, very soon, especially once Schofield gets into open air, but she gets around Albanak going into turn 1. Albanak saying, hey man, you're the faster guy. Get up there, get us some points, get you some more points. We're all for it. And here comes Miss Stim's going to dive in on the inside. Will he make it stick? It's going to be close. This guy's got the better traction. Oh, they get loose, but both drivers hang on to it just fine as Mr. Stim moves up into 3rd place after a Daniel Ricciardo-esque like dive bomb onto the inside. Mr. Sky left too much room, but bumps Stim as Stim catches the car, and he does. The two misters going right at it, battling for the bottom set of the podium. And good thing that the game did not give them any sort of penalties, but now Miss Stim has left the inside open for Stim. He loves it outside line around the right-hand corner before going into the Kyoto S's. And look at that, it's caused Blue Jean to go ahead of the two. It's Schofielder, he's in clean air with Albanak following suit behind him, so they're going to be on the charge in the last 5 minutes or so as Mr. Stim runs wide. That's going to allow him to come back into the inside with much more speed. This guy is going to run wide. Oh, he's going to go on the rumble strip, but he's going to hold it. We see the 3 cars of Team Orange there. Can they hold on? Can Blue Jean get a win for Team Blue? All those questions will be answered in 8 minutes' time. Now, here's the part that Team Orange has to worry about. Will Mr. Sky cooperate with Schofielder? Or Mr. Sky try to battle and try to keep his position for personal gain? It's going to be close. Stim running wide, there's the sparks glow as Stim scraping the guardrail. But there you see Mr. Sky getting a little bit loose, and Schofield getting loose as well as they're in each other's dirty air. Mr. Stim holding on, just holding back the speed that is of Team Orange. But he's doing it all for his own. He's doing it for the team sacrifice, so that Blue Jean can go ahead and get far. Schofielder, he's going to dive into the pits early, get enough fuel to finish the race. So he's going to try to use the undercut tactic. What's going to happen here? Is that going to be the right strategy? Sky just goes hard into that section of the track there, and it's going to be side by side around the tight hairpin. Stim getting the better of it. Stim leaving Sky out to dry as Stim gets the better traction out of it. And Albanak right along there too. Look at this, side by side. They're going to touch. Stim doesn't exactly hold the line right as Sky moves up into 3rd position. We expect some cars to go in and pit very, very soon. Never miss. He has actually been conserving fuel. He can actually go a little bit longer. Blue Jean, he's going to have to go in this lap as he's trying to catch up to Blue Jean. Or, Never miss, excuse me. We're right back at it with this again. Stim getting a little bit testy, going and cutting across the track. Cutting across again. Is he going to get a penalty? Doesn't look like it, but he's going to run way wide. If I were him, I'm going in pit right now. Oh, gets hit with a huge 5-second penalty. And yes, he is going to go in and pit. Also, is everyone else. We're going to watch the pit stop of Mr. Stim. And that was pretty much it, because everything else is very much boring. It's just him refueling. Never miss, like I said, he's going to stay out. Blue Jean is going to come out just in front of Scope Fielder. That is scary. Scope Fielder came in at the right time. Doesn't have anyone to worry about. Almanac jumps both Sky and Stim. Stim is hit with a 5-second penalty. You know, Sky's going to try to get around Almanac, though. Or Stim's just going to say, "Here, what, man? No. No. I want my spot back. Give me back fifth position." This is a little hard-nosed racing for you. Really, the only type of racing you can get is in sim racing. Oh, Stim getting a little bit loose, but he corrects it. Here is the battle for second place. Eugene and Scope Fielder. Scope Fielder had cars in front of him to slow him down, but now all he has is Blue Jean. We could see week 1 sweep for Scope Fielder. It's possible. Never miss, though. It is gonna be close, but I really don't see it happening. Yeah, he's just getting let go now. So Blue Jean, he's going to take the lead. No, he's not. Never miss. He's going to come back out into the lead. And here comes Scope Fielder. Blue Jean leaving way too much room open. They're going side by side. 3 minutes to go. It's getting down to the wire. Blue Jean using every single inch of the track. Never miss. Trying to hold on to a 2-second lead, 2 and a 3rd-second lead. This thing gets around Almanac, but he still has nearly a 5-second penalty to serve, slowdown penalty to serve. So if I were him, I would just slam on those brakes right before the start-finish line. And my battery goes. Ah, shit. Come on, controller, hold on for like 3 more minutes. Okay, sorry about the red and black up at the top right. I just got okay. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. I will grab my other controller. Blue Jean doing a little bit of a cheeky cut, trying to catch up to Scope Fielder. We're gonna be good. Or not. Shit. This is the battle we're gonna keep an eye on anyway, so it all works out. One and a half minutes to go. Alright, we're gonna go. Mr. Stim has dropped down big time. He's down in the 6th, but Almanac, he moves up to 4th. Blue Jean just trying to keep up with Scope Fielder. He might get lucky in the closing minute or so. This actually might be the last lap. Can never miss. Hold on. And stopping Fielder, Scope Fielder, for a week 1 sweep. Coming down to 40 seconds to go. We may get one more lap, we may not. It's going to be down to the wire. Scope Fielder really pushing it, really trying to get up to it. 30 seconds left. I think we might have one more lap to go. Yes, we are. We're going to have one more lap to go after this. This is what Blue Jean needs. Scope Fielder diving hard on the inside in the turn 1. Never Miss trying to keep it around tight. Tejwar, the first one to finish. He's going to be finishing in 8th position. Scope Fielder gets around Never Miss. He's going to stay in front. There you see Scope Fielder blocking the inside, holding it off from any attackers such as Never Miss and Blue Jean. It is going to be very, very close. The Scope Fielder, he has the pace, he has the speed, as is shown from his 21-second victory in the feature race. And now it all comes down to this. His pit strategy worked to a charm. If people followed him in, and it could have been a very, very different story. Who knows? As they go around the fast right-hander for the last time before the Kyoto races. It's going to be close now, so Scope Finder, he's pulling ahead, but what about Blue Jean and Never Miss? It's going to be a battle for 2nd and 3rd. Going around the last corner for the last time, it's going to be Scope Fielder. He's going to come out in 1st position. But what about 2nd and 3rd? Is it going to be Never Miss? Or is it going to be Blue Jean? Blue Jean gets in the draft, but it's going to be too little, too late. As Never Miss finishes 2nd, Blue Jean in 3rd. And here comes Almanac in 4th. Sky in 5th. Oh, but Mr. Stim, he's got a 3-second penalty. That's going to give 7th to him. And Betrayer's going to finish in 6th. Tejwar in 8th, SJD in 9th, and Steven in 10th. Boy, oh boy, what a race. And there you go, a clean sweep for Scope Fielder. So, I do want to talk to 3 people. I want to try to get a Scope, Never Miss, and Tejwar into the party. So let's see if we can get them in. A full-on invite. Alright, so while we wait for, hopefully someone will join. That'd be really nice.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, so you're the first one in, so we'll talk with you. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
you were... So Team Blue seemed to have, first of all, congratulations on your finishes. Very strong. Yeah, it could have been better, but a strong race for you in the first race, and then obviously not so lucky in the sprint race. But my question for you, and even some people in the comments as well, there seemed to be a bit of a miscommunication with the blue team early on in the feature race. You guys seemed to were like stumbling over each other instead of using each other to catch up to the group in front of you. So with these mistakes, do you think you guys can learn from it and move ahead as the season moves on?
I hope so, but my issue with it, we were squabbling in the party chat actually because I got a better start, and Ton, Skyzy, and Scope were all ahead, and I think Skyzy ran wide one of the corners, and I got a clean run in 3rd. I think I I think when I went through the corner, somebody hit the back of me, or I hit the back of someone, and that kind of no, you know the downhill left right.
Yeah.
I ran wide on the curb and I spun, and that seemed to have caused an issue in my race. And also later on, I hit the wall, and that was so I must have been about 10 seconds down from where I should have been. But we were squabbling. So you had the front three in the oranges running away, and we couldn't decide because there was times where Blue was behind me, but I was catching up to Never Miss, and then when he was coming alongside me, he'd have a go at Never Miss. And then I said, look, we're going to have to stop this. We're going to have to, like, you're going to have to give me a clean run at him. So then I started getting a clean run at him, but then Blue started catching me again. And then we're back to square one because, we're trying to catch up. We should have really done a tractor and trailer. I was saying in the chat, it'd be better if you let me have a run at him, and if I don't catch him in say 2 laps, then you can have a go. Do you know what I mean? I think what it is that we've obviously got the team championship, which is 4 teams, and you've got the individual drivers' championships. You need to remember as well, sometimes we are racing against each other, as well as try to win the team one. But I definitely think we cost ourselves because I think if you looked at the times, I think for genuine race pace or over the lap, I think us the Blues were quite tightly matched, and it doesn't help us if the Orange team are quicker if we're going to be squabbling each other because we've had it where we finish third, fourth, fifth. No, what is it like? Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That doesn't help anyone. We need to either split strategy in the future or just try and sacrifice someone's race to try and make a fight of it with Ton and Skyzy because this weekend, well, this week, I'm quite annoyed because in the practice I was quicker than Skyzy and I was matching Ton, and obviously got to the point this race where I ended up finishing seventh and eighth, so that's not helped me at all. And I knew I could have done a lot better because I think start the season with the practice that would have been a good track to get some points because it's a really tough track to overtake. I don't know if you got that on the stream as well, Zebra, but apart from like the hairpins, it's not wise to try and go side by side. I know I overtook SJD in the tight left right, but that was because I decided myself I was already so far up his inside, if you will, to go for it. So yeah, disappointing, but we'll take up the pen out of it and look to battle back next week.
Yeah, and hopefully, me and myself will be able to see you next week. But we'll go into more details on that in a little bit. But thanks for coming on in and giving more insight on exactly what happened with your team. And I'm pretty sure the viewers, the current ones and the future ones, will definitely appreciate it because there's some people in there who'd be like, what are they doing? They're stripping over each other. But it's good to see that you guys figured it out towards the end and really gave it a good last push. So to move on.
Thanks, Ebra.
Yeah, no problem. The Swedish menace himself, Scopefielder, dominated in the feature 30-minute race by an astronomical 21-second victory over second place. And then, in the nature of a reverse grid race, 15-minute sprint race, you just get past Blue Jean and shoot, what was his name? I'm sorry, completely forgot. Give me 1 second. Never Miss, yes. Hold on 1 second. There it is. So were you worried in the in the last couple laps trying to get around Never Miss, or did you have like that confidence? Like, yeah, no, I'm faster. I just need to pick my time and place.
I think my biggest concern was getting past Blue Jean because I think he defended pretty well. So once I got past him, it was like 2.5 seconds, I think, to Never Miss, and I knew from some practice earlier that Never Miss is pretty fast. So I didn't think I would catch him, but yeah, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, it was very fantastic to see kind of like this big scramble towards the end, and then I mean, your what seemed like to be your main, I guess, arch rival wasn't exactly a driver, but just dirty air. Like, I would see you struggle when you were behind cars, but as soon as you got out in that clean, fresh air, you were just a bottle rocket on a track, and it shows. So I got to say, congratulations and kudos on your race weekend sweep here.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Yeah, it was some struggle with the dirty air, but also I think this track it's pretty hard to overtake in general. There's not too many opportunities, and if the car ahead is getting a good exit out of the corners entering the straights, it's pretty hard to get past, but it worked out in the end, so thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And then let's talk to Never Miss, the man that you had to pass for the win. I just asked that. I guess I should have asked if you guys make sure you have your microphones shared, so that way you can be heard on the stream.
Yeah, mine should be shared.
Hold on one second. If you can Never Miss, if you can just turn up your mic volume a bit.
Yeah, I can turn it up a bit, yeah.
All right.
Don't forget the volume, but...
So tell me what happened in the endurance race. You were strong, and then you fell way behind. Was it kind of like a strategy call to get more points for the sprint race, or was it just like something happened?
Race 1, let's see, I did a huge mistake in the second stop. Basically, instead of going for tires and fuel, I only gone for fuel, and that's where I kind of messed up a lot, which was a bit of a problem, but at least I didn't manage to DNF. I actually stayed, tried to stay as consistent as possible, and then at least the positive side is that I got a high position in the second race, which made me start second, I think, if I'm correct, or third.
Yeah, you started second, and I was just wondering to see if like if you weren't happy with your position in the feature race, that you wanted to get a good finish, but yeah, it was really sad to see that you just dropped down the grid out of nowhere, and I was like, what happened? I blink and he's down and nearly last, but you gave it one hell of a run in the sprint race though, for sure, showing that you do have pace, and you're definitely a top 3 race contender, and you almost held off Scopefielder, but what happened? Was you just faster? Did you get a better line? Did you crack under pressure? Can you tell the audience what went through your mind in those closing minutes of the sprint race?
Sprint race. Well, when the race started, I realized that I need to get past. I think it was Stephen who was ahead of me, as soon as possible, so I can get a good gap, before my tires start wearing off, and of course when my fuel goes low. And I realized that Scope I think did a bit of an early pit stop, and that's when I realized I think I should have gone as well, or something. And then later in the race, I realized that Scope was literally just going up the ranks, and as soon as he overtook Blue Jean, I think, if I'm correct, who finished third,
Yes.
I was like, it's time. I think it's time for us to push more and everything. But then it was a bit too late to think about that, because Scope was already just too fast and just overtook us.
Do you think, given that this race is the first race of the season, and given like firsthand on how Scopefielder kind of like attacks when it comes down to the last minutes, do you think that this knowledge with this race will help you defend against him later down the season?
Well, if I ever encounter him, I hope to think more defensively, less push, and think more defensive. And also, especially with other drivers as well, because I know I had some battles with other drivers. I think it was like Stim and Tejawar himself as well, and also Scope when he obliterated me at the late race.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your insight, and thank you to Scope, yourself, Never Miss, and Tejwar for coming in the party and giving us your insight on your race. It is very much appreciated, and really kind of helps the immersion of what sim racing is. So, on that note, I'm gonna be ending the stream here. If you guys like this, give it a like, subscribe,
to Racing Stripes TV. Follow me on Twitter at thezebra94. I'll give you more updates if this will become a more regular thing or not. But in the meantime, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you later.